Hey guys, so this is bringing you another video now. Welcome back to Climb to Master. So once again, we're doing a replay episode because you guys said you didn't really mind it, and if it helps me climb just to occasionally, you know, stop the recording that I might be doing live, put on some music and kind of try hard, then so be it. So today we are playing Annie once again. From memory, I did have to blind pick. This game was played a couple days ago. But it's a bit of a weird game. So, you know, half an hour long roughly. And I think I picked Annie into Twisted Fate, because obviously Twisted Fate is known to be very strong in one aspect, but very weak in another. He's very strong in roaming, that's what he's about, but he's very weak in the 1v1, at least in the early stages. Usually what happens is a Twisted Fate, a good Twisted Fate, will never win the 1v1 early, but they'll roam with their ultimate or whatever, they'll get a bit strong from roaming, and then a Twisted Fate then can actually win the 1v1. And then that throws people off. Also, shout out, the Yone in the game, up there, Shmion, is a long-term viewer of mine, and was quite cool to see them in the same game. I don't think they stream snipe me or anything. I think they just so happen to be in the same game. Which, you know, I never mind that. You know, I don't like when people purposely try to get into the games and stream snipe. We've had a couple people try to do that recently, and that's just a bit annoying, a bit attention-seekery, you could say. But if it just so happens to happen, then that's fine. But anyway, level 1, the basic start for Annie. Start Q, use your Q to last hit, and remember, Annie mana costs. If you last hit a minion with your Q as Annie, you get a refund of the mana cost of Q. So you can see I'm hitting the Q with also maintaining farm as much as I can. I do miss one, and you can see this Twisted Fate, and I think from memory was like, this guy's scrapping me. So like, he just straight up fought me, and with Electrocute early game, he actually held his own. And that's one thing to say. A little bit that threw me off is Twisted Fate is running Electrocute. The average Twisted Fate nowadays, even good Twisted Fates, they're not running Electrocute because they know they don't win the 1v1. They run Spellbook. Spellbook to have the extra utility for their roams. So that's kind of the idea. But yeah, obviously this one, very aggressive Twisted Fate running Electrocute. So Lane is, you know, pushing casually into his territory. You can see I'm still looking for that occasional Q. Never going to get a kill at this stage, but just getting extra health, damage, etc. is always going to be a good thing, not a bad thing. Speaking of comps, though, so the enemy comp, blue card from Twisted Fate, he does get electrocuted, so do I, but that was a good trade for me. Yone versus Gnar top lane. In theory, Gnar should be able to bully a Yone, but Yone, that champ... Like, I think many people would probably still agree. I think he's borderline still overpowered. Like, it really doesn't take much to play Yone. I don't think he's a very skillful champion for how much he can do. You know, in my video I uploaded yesterday, there was a really popular comment on that video going, oh, Yone missed, and there was a certain play like Yone missed his ultimate in his first Q. It didn't matter, because it doesn't. It just doesn't matter if you miss your ultimate on that champion half the time. If you hit your ultimate, it's a bonus. That's mad. Anyway, so this was a bad thing for me here. So I went over to go help the Rek'Sai, and unfortunately for me, the Twisted Fate leveled up, I believe, from the Rek'Sai death, and then that got Twisted Fate to stay alive. So unfortunately, probably me and Twisted Fate would have traded in that situation. Both of us would have died, but the death leveled up the Rek'Sai, and then that saved the Twisted Fate's life with the extra health from level 4. So that wasn't good. That was like, oh, really? And that started, by the way, that Rek'Sai was fighting around this area for the Scuttle Crab and Nocturne. And then the enemy bot lane, Tristana, they left. The bot lane left, and my bot lane didn't. And from memory, you know, so Trista's double buffs now. That does become a little bit of a theme, that my bot lane was very like, I'm staying bot lane forever. Versus the enemy bot lane that was way more apparent around, like, pressure and moving, and which again, it's kind of a common thing. We've all had that bot lane or that top lane or even that mid lane who they just don't move. Now the negative for me is, as you can see, this is a smart Twisted Fate. What has he rushed? He has rushed Merc Tread, so that does two things. One, that makes him tankier with magic resist. That hurts me as an Annie. Secondly, that reduces CC, so bot lane dying again, or Alistar at least, dying. So yeah, that reduces my CC, and that's what Annie's about. It's landing that stun to get you extra damage in the long run. And, you know, people will say, oh, can Twisted Fate, is that a good thing to do? Doesn't that reduce his damage? Technically, yes. But Twisted Fate as a champ doesn't care. Like, the whole thing with Twisted Fate, a lot of the time, is not how much damage he's dealing. It's how much he's helping his team in the long run. If he's getting a great gold card after an ulti going bot lane. It's not about how much damage you're doing a lot of the time. It's about surviving and offering your team utility. In the end of the day, that's what Twisted Fate mainly is. And again, I like Twisted Fate's playstyle. I wish I could play him. Unfortunately for me, I am colorblind / color confused. And even though, yes, I can work out gold, blue, red card, it just sometimes takes me half a second longer to process the color of exactly which one it is. And when you're actually playing the champion, it's quite hard to do that. And why would you play Twisted Fate if it's actually being a little bit more difficult for you than other champs? And obviously, that does go to a conversation that League has an incredibly bad colorblind mode. There are various types of colorblindness. I don't, for the life of me, remember the name of them, but you can be red-green colorblind, you could be blue-purple colorblind, and some games have, you know, different filters that you could help that certain different colorblind. League doesn't have that, doesn't exist. So it would be nice if one day League actually did invest in a proper colorblindness mode. But, you know, I've actually had a conversation, a very brief conversation with a Rioter. Some of you may know him, Riot Mort. He's the head of TFT. I was involved in the playtest for the recent set, and I literally could not tell on the carousel the shadow items, which, you know, colorblind, right? I spoke to Mort, because he's obviously one of the head guys at TFT, and he was like, yeah, it's a bit hard to tell, and I'm colorblind too. And since then, with all the feedback, they did then on the carousels make the items really big. That was directly from people like me in that playtest saying, we can't see the shadow items. Like, the green border just doesn't work for us. So the little symbol in the bottom right of the corner, bottom left of the shadow items, that's what we now have. Anyway, landing the Tibbers. And you can, why go for this Tibbers, Huz? The one thing I shouldn't have done is Ignite because he wasn't dead. Very close. The Merc Tread saved him. And yeah, it's just pressure. It's all about having that pressure is key. Now, the one annoying thing, as you can see, we spoke about it earlier. Yeah, enemy bot lane, roaming heavy. You can see Twisted Fate's health insanely low. Swain gets the kill. And yeah, so we nearly kill. You can see I'm not really happy about that. Again, I'm not happy for a couple of instances. One, my bot lane has zero pressure. They've even based. They could have got a tower plate, get more gold. Nope, they've gone back with no pressure. But that's the second time now that my bot lane has had nothing. That Tristana got kill here on Rek'Sai, which then in turn got the level up for Twisted Fate, which also got me killed type thing. So that was because my bot lane was not doing anything. And then they do it again. So it's the second time this game that they literally are costing us so much. Have some type of pressure. And if you're not going to have pressure, why did they base? Why didn't they keep pushing for a tower plate? At least. Nothing. Really weird. But yeah, that Twisted Fate just survived. And yeah, Merc Treads. That's where, again, being a smart player, that's what saved him. Merc Treads. If this guy went Sork Boots, he was dead. It's that simple. Anyway, Nocturne does go down. Alistair roaming top lane, so he's finally trying to make a play. Twisted Fate also ulting in. Does go down. Well, it's a Twisted Fate ultimate. And, you know, as again, this is what you're supposed to do. So you know the instance of our enemy bot lane's left. So I can't help the Twisted Fate roaming. So what am I going to do? I'm going to push mid. I'm not going to, like, go back and buy at a weird time. I'm actually going to pressure stuff, go for a tower plate if I can. That's what my bot lane should have done. And worth knowing, the Tristana has roamed twice this game, is even farm. It's not like, oh, she's 20 farm down. Nope, the Tristana is currently ahead in farm with the Kai'Sa. So I have no idea how that's happened. Meanwhile, we nearly get the Twisted Fate. He disrespected me a little bit coming back to lane. Meanwhile, they try to dive, I think, and then it's been backfired on them. And they will end up with a kill, a double kill, hopefully. Just got to stay away from that big Swain ulti. It does more damage than people think. There it's popped, and the knock-up actually doesn't knock up. Weird flash by Swain, and they will go down. Oh, let's rewatch, because that was the first good thing I've done. So I got Twisted Fate low of him coming back to lane, forcing himself back in. Again, we've been ganked already a few times this game, I guess. There's Nocturne, so I'm like, oh, great. I go for the flash. Maximum range Tibbers. We do land it, but obviously I'm going to die because I'm getting ganked again, and we will go down. But I will say, it was a nice feeling getting the solo kill on Twisted Fate. I've nearly killed him 2 or 3 times this game, but he's always had teammates or something, like, help him. So it was quite satisfying to get that kill. But obviously, being 1 and 3, it's not great. Maybe one of the deaths was preventable. Maybe this one was preventable, that I died here initially if I flashed earlier or something, but still, I don't like to be 1 and 3. Meanwhile, though, again, what started in my mind to kind of make me think this game was going not too bad, top lane. So Yone, again, I think he's a questionable champion easily, but Yone in my head shouldn't exactly win lane to a Gnar or do that well to a Gnar. Gnar is a lane bully. Well, this Gnar isn't exactly doing that well. There's 4 farm difference. That's not a lot. Yone scales like an incredible crazy man. Meanwhile, Twisted Fate, my first kind of gank in mid lane, I guess. And Twisted Fate just flashes away. But again, it's always good. That is a successful gank. You're getting the flash, but what you've got to do is capitalize on that information. Don't gank it, get the flash, and then never return. Meanwhile, enemy team going quite greedy here. There is a lot of them around. And I'm just... Four people mid lane. Alice is going to go down, unfortunately, for us. And doing a stun. And yes, by the way, everybody, that is 5 people mid lane at 10 minutes. Kai'Sa, as I mentioned, our bot lane is just not in this game. Or at least Kai'Sa is not in this game. She had that playstyle of, I'm just staying bot lane. I'm never getting involved. But, yeah. Oh, I can turn on... I always forget this. It would be nice if they were actually on by default, I guess. Meanwhile, play happening. Enemy team going aggro. Coming on in. I just throw a random Tibbers, I think. I don't know what I did. Or a W. And I get a kill or 2. Yone surviving very close. Ease, weirdly. I get a double kill. Get the stun. Get the stun just before I die. Alistair makes his way over. And Yone will get the kill and finish off. And I think also survives Swain ulti. And again, reminding everyone, that was the whole enemy team. That's, you know, and everything. And Kai'Sa's still bot lane. She literally didn't move. Tristana was mid. This Kai'Sa is stay bot. And she's only 10 farm ahead. I don't know, dude. I do not know. So Dragon is up. Ocean Dragon. So that would mean it won't be a Cloud Dragon map or an Ocean map. Because it's the 3rd Dragon that, you know, makes the map change. From memory, it might have been a mountain map. Again, I played this a couple days ago. But yeah. Anything worth knowing? Well, Prowler's Claw complete for Rek'Sai and Stridebreaker complete for Nocturne. Those are the only items complete. Kai'Sa just not playing well at the moment. She does heal. She's doing some damage. She will get the kill with Alistair. Nocturne looking nearly going to go down. Prowler's Claw, Rek'Sai. Wow, that is a good combo. So the Prowler's Claw, I guess, can actually position you as Rek'Sai to then put you underneath people maybe straight away. And I would say Rek'Sai does struggle occasionally with actually getting close to people. Meanwhile, are they diving? Look at the bouncy. Look at that damage. Wow. I'm okay. That's a lot of damage. Meanwhile, mid lane, I just go for a Tibbers play on the Twisted Fate. I don't think we're getting him. And that will be that. So again, just throwing the occasional Tibbers, even if you don't think you're going to get a kill, because I've always like had people kind of go like, is that still worth? The idea of it is Twisted Fate is a roaming champ. If you can keep him low health often, it means he can't do anything. Because either he's going to stay in mid kind of low, or he has to go back all the time. Also worth knowing, there's a dragon being done, so I didn't want Twisted Fate at all to intervene with that anyway. So it's just sometimes a good idea, you know, when Tibbers is... I've not got insane kill pressure right now anyway, but what I can have is lane pressure in that respect. So yes, it's still it's still good to do every now and then. You don't have to do every single, like the moment Tibbers comes off cooldown, do it, but at the end of the day, it's not bad to do every now and then. But Twisted Fate Ultimate will be coming up very soon. But yeah, not the game. The game isn't going too good now. I think maybe by now I turned off the recording and put music on to just like play the game. But you know, you guys have told me, and my stream has told me, it's like, Huz, you want to climb again? You want to at least be back in Diamond 2? The game is the most important thing. Yes, we want to make content and make videos and that. We all know League is a stressful game, and when I'm like, you know, full disclosure, I was on. We played the Blitzcrank game, so if you haven't watched that video, we got to 99 LP. Diamond 4, 99 LP. Meanwhile, they do get the Tristana. I think the Triss went too aggressive. In the 2v2 with the CC of Alistair, they can do well. It's just if Kai'Sa's alone, she has to be very careful with the Tristana. Because again, the Tristana's gone exhaust, the Kai'Sa's gone heal. In the 1v1, usually the exhaust will give you the benefit. But yeah, we were on 99 LP. We then lost the next game. From memory, I can't actually remember why we lost the next game. And then this was the deciding game. If I won this game, we could still get promoted. So this was also my last game of the day. And I set myself at the beginning of the stream the goal of, I want to get to Diamond 3 today. So yeah, it was a bit of a stressful game because I really want to climb again. As a, you know, hopefully you guys are excited. If you know, hopefully you're excited about that. If you are excited that Huz finally is in the mood to climb in Diamond again, throw a like on the video. Let me know in the comments because yeah, I finally got the urge to actually be high Diamond, and we're making our way. You know, we've only played a couple play sessions. I think 2 maybe of play sessions, or maybe 3 by now. Meanwhile, top lane, really good survival. So again, when you're blowing a big ultimate like Nocturnal and you're not getting a kill, it's a really terrible feeling as a Nocturne. Really good feeling, though, if you're the Yone surviving. Yes, he had to blow Flash, but that's worth it. Gnar blew Flash as well. So that's not bad at all. They're still top lane and they kill the tower. I'm going to just kind of hover up top lane and see if we can do anything here, if they overextend or something. And voila, the Gnar weirdly goes aggro. Really weird. I missed my Tibbers, unfortunately, but because I missed the Tibbers, I don't think it counts to the stun. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know. Because I stunned the Gnar then. I have no idea. Meanwhile, they're diving. The negative of Twisted Fate when he's not an ultimate carry champion. Unfortunately, Rek'Sai didn't go through before she died. I think Rek'Sai's technically a she. Yeah. So they again, the negative of Twisted Fate. If momentum starts to go against the Twisted Fate, it really goes against the Twisted Fate. Because it's a Twisted Fate. There's not a lot that champion has to give in like the big oomph, you know. Meanwhile, Nocturne making his way. I do the big combo. Kai'Sa and me having a bit of a fight. Tristana getting the kill over there. And yeah, I survived just over the Nocturne, but my Kai'Sa went down. She might have had heal. I'm not sure. Oh, apparently I got a Nocturne kill. Let's see what happened there. So the fight happening again. Triss goes down. Sorry, Triss gets killed again. Arguably, it could be the exhaust. And then I walk over here, and you can see Nocturne. And yeah, from memory, yeah, I just do a flash play. So flash W and then Q. Nocturne just didn't expect it. Get a nice cheeky kill. And now, even though this game has been relatively rough, we are now positive KD. We are 5-4-1. Farm, not too hot, but not in the realm of... It's not the worst place. Do get Twisted Fate ultied into the Gale Force. And I will go down, but that does open the opportunity for Rek'Sai to come and clean. And this, I think, is a double kill. No, it's not. Misses the Q. Very close to be a double kill. But a 1-for-1 trade, you know, killing their Fed AD carry, that's okay with me. Like, I didn't, you know, it's annoying getting ulted and then also the Everfrost play by Twisted Fate, but a 1-for-1's not the end of the world at all. So the benefit, I would say, of our comp, by the way, damage. We have insane damage. Yone, stupid damage. Rek'Sai, you've seen this game, a lot of damage. Annie does a lot of damage. Kai'Sa does a lot of damage. Meanwhile, they do find a Gnar. We've done the Yone ulti. They're killing it. And then also Nocturne. I don't know if, like, the Nocturne was duo with the Gnar or something, because I have no idea why the Nocturne is helping the Gnar so much. Like, the Gnar didn't seem great. Nice double ulti. With them the W by Kai'Sa, and there's a clean. Enemy team just really overextending. Not really sure what they're doing. And they do end up dead, which is good for us. Twisted Fate in bot lane. Split pushing, I guess. But yeah, really good by us. But yeah, the Nocturne, you could see this game was helping Gnar a lot. And it just didn't work. Maybe after the second gank top lane and it didn't exactly pull off and they didn't get the kill. That's where you sometimes... It's a tough call. It really is. But... sometimes you just got to call it quits in that lane. Maybe Nocturne would be more successful in mid. And he's, you know, immobile. You've got a gold card from Twisted Fate. Maybe he should have camped me more. But he decided to go top a lot, and it just didn't pay off completely. Dragon has spawned, by the way, and it's Mountain. I was correct in remembering. And I obviously now, by the way, have Ludens. So I did opt for Ludens. There are some people running Liandry's on Annie. It's not bad. Liandry's with Riley, so basically your Tibbers is a moving Liandry's that slows everybody as well. I go for a Tibbers play, and unfortunately, again, just the way that older champions are, some champions like Tristana, Ezreal is in the same boat. They have animation spells that even if they get stunned, if they have a tiny bit of the animation going off just at the right time, the jump will go off, even though they have been stunned. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way that sometimes it works. We see Nocturne, by the way, over here. Dragon is, like, the play right now, so I'm not sure why he's not here. Gnar overextends, he will goes down. They were focusing on Alistar, of all people, which will take a Gnar for an Alistar trade. Alistar nearly goes down, but survives. Yone going for a Twisted Fate, and Pop does the pop damage, because for some reason Yone has Z ultimate, part of his E. And that's good. So there you go. Just straight up get a dragon, get a couple picks, and, you know, now we're starting to have this momentum. We've got over 1,000 gold lead. We've got now the dragon advantage. This game's not actually looking too bad. Just was a rough start. Alistair goes overextending. I'm just kind of being in the area just to kind of stop them. And Rek'Sai will tunnel out. So, yeah, not bad. I would say late game scaling, even though they do have some scary late game things, I don't know why I was quite confident in late game. Probably just because we had a Yone. Meanwhile, Kai'Sa, again, she loves split pushing this game. I have no idea why. Dead. She shouldn't be by herself as an AD carry. I think that's pretty obvious at 20 minutes. An AD carry should not be doing that. But this one did. Because that was, again, you know, I might be a little bit salty about it. Because it was frustrating that this Kai'Sa was very, I'm just saying, bot lane mentality. But, you know, it has cost us. You know, yes, we're winning this game again. We've turned it a little bit. That playstyle has cost us this game, no doubt. So Rift Herald's going to finish on mid. Remember, mid is a really good one to get. It just gives you so much more pressure in this kind of big central block area, getting rid of that tower. Because you're also, like, if you push the minion wave in all the way to here, you're also denying vision as well in this kind of mid-block area, unless they throw a ward down. I think I go Zhonya's second, by the way, just because of, like, the all-in nature of the enemy team. They have a Gnar that will jump on you. They have a Nocturne that will jump on you. They have a Tristana that will jump on you, and a Twisted Fate gold card can be Zhonya's as well. So I just thought it would be quite effective. Teleport coming in behind. Twisted Fate ultimate as well. All in on the Tristana. Dead. Gnar in the area with TP. And yeah, unfortunately, they get the Tristana, but both of them end up dead. It's just a bit too crazy all-in play to be literally at the tier 2 tower. And the Gnar has not had a very good game. So whenever, like, this Gnar is going to look for TP plays to help his team whenever possible. Because he has that pressure of, oh, I'm not having a good game. I need to help my team. So, enemy is still around. Kai'Sa, we're making a plan. We're going to go for a little bit of a, you know, surprise. I get the kill on the Swain. And we're then going to look for the Twisted Fate. So, Kai'Sa ults. I'm going to just split off in a different direction. She does flash for him. And look, that invisibility was really well timed that it stopped the gold card. Meanwhile, top lane, Yone versus Nocturne. Nocturne is still thinking that he could 1v1 a Yone. Let's watch it. So they're just standing and auto-attacking each other. Yone, though, side flashes within the auto, gets the shutdown really nice. So Yone outplaying, arguably, the Nocturne. Unfortunate, Gnar came top lane back when he did. Otherwise, that would have been a surviving Yone versus a dead Nocturne. But not bad at all. That is a completely fine play, I'd say, for Yone. So, clearing some vision there. Alistair, I will say, he did better. Like, I'd say Alistair recovered his game fairly well. Of, like, I think he recognized, oh god, the enemy bot lane's got more vision, more control. I need to get involved more. And he did start to roam. So, props to the Alistair. He did start to move when he needed to. Blue buff stealing from Rek'Sai. And, yeah, the Kai'Sa, still not so much, not yet. Maybe, you know, some people do have it in their mind. They just, you know, some players just can't help it. I want, like, 3 items before I start grouping as AD carry. Some people will just have it in their mind like that type of thing. Anyway, fight breaking out. Twisted Fate ulti. Rek'Sai in trouble is going to go down. So that kind of overextending nature that the Rek'Sai's done a couple times is happening. And here is a big potential fight. I get E'd. Boom! Into a double Tibbers, though. So even though, yes, you caught me, not really, I Zhonya's, and look at this, everybody, watch this. I get ultied, I'm alive, and I'm alive, 90 health, autoed once, autoed twice, and the red buff that Gnar had finished me off. I so closely nearly survived that. Played it really well. Quadra kill for Kai'Sa, again, late game hyperscaling champion, but that was really good. That double Tibbers, I don't think the enemy team expected that, to be honest, neither did I, because I kind of got caught a little bit, and then we turned it into a positive, so that wasn't bad. And reminding everybody, that was a 4v5 because Rek'Sai got caught before the fight broke out. So that was really good. Baron is now being done, unsurprisingly. Dragon is up in, as you can see over here, 25 seconds on the right, like, over that way. But yeah, really good team fight, and that's the thing that, you know, Annie, I would say, can give. She's got consistent good team fight one-shot potential or CC potential. Like, yes, other mages have it, but I don't know, Annie just has it, I guess, easier. You know, I would still say Annie is an easy champion, no doubt. I'm not ever going to say Annie's a hard champion, but you still have to land that skill shot. Like, Annie's a lot harder than Yi or Tryndamere, for example, that you just auto-attack. If you miss your Tibbers, if you just skill shot miss your Tibbers, like, that's like missing an Orianna ultimate, basically. Like, you have to land it. Meanwhile, we're getting a dragon. I just decide I'm just going to kill the Gnar. Like, I know this Gnar's quite weak, and I'm like, you're going to come close to me when you're weak. I'm going to kill you. So you're dead. Nocturne ulti, and yeah, he might have... They stole the dragon. Not, you know, Yone maybe should have been with us at the beginning of the fight, I would say. So I don't know why he wasn't. But we do miss out the dragon there, which arguably is pretty bad. We've got the momentum, winning the game, and then we lose out on a dragon. That's not great. We're seeing if we can get anything here. I do not land a stun, because I accidentally used the stun on the W, not the Q. And then Twisted Fate. Again, I'll give it to the Twisted Fate. He had good confidence where it mattered. And yeah, he ults me and kills me. I'll be honest, I never expected him to do that play. But him for going for that play nearly gets him killed, but he will flash away and survive. But yeah, just end up dead. I do have flash coming up, though. Again, obviously, flash for an Annie's a big deal. Kai'Sa nearly going for it. Does then go for it. Again, there's the confidence of Kai'Sa. Just has to wait for the Ignite to time out. Swain comes in, and they probably are both dead. Does Alistar survive, actually? He might. Very tanky boy is Alistar. Let's see. He W's. Perfect timing to stop the gold card hitting him, but then he'll get killed. Never mind. Bit of a Fiesta game, as we all can tell. By the way, build from Rek'Sai is literally like lethality kind of assassin Rek'Sai. Presumably, this is for a Black Cleaver next, though. But yeah, very high damage is the build for Rek'Sai. If it goes good, it probably goes very good. But I imagine if this build goes bad, I doubt Rek'Sai really does anything. Because, yeah, it's a one-shot build. And if you're not doing well, you're not going to one-shot people. Alright, chill in mid lane. Level 16 is definitely what I would want. I'm 2/3 of the way there. You can see that's the bar for XP in the bottom left at the bottom there. So we're nearly level 16. If I could get that before the next fight, that would be quite a big difference. Because Tibbers is, you know... The cooldown of it goes down considerably. The initial damage goes up quite a bit. The aura damage goes up. Everything gets better for Tibbers at level 16, obviously. So it'd be very nice if I actually could get there before the fight. I think I might go over here to blue and do that. And then that would nearly give me level 16. And then group and then boom, you'll be level 16 no time. But unfortunately, my team, they just straight up engage. They kill the Tristana, the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa's just now overtaken the game. And then the Nocturne went in and died as well. So this is just late game Kai'Sa. Yes, she's still a monster. Because remember, Kai'Sa was like the AD carry that everybody played at the beginning of the season. It's calmed down a bit. She's technically been nerfed. But she's still a monster. She's got 4 items complete now. And if the enemy team don't chain CC this Kai'Sa, they are in trouble. And making my way over in a second. And yeah. So we're 7-7-11. I haven't got death cap yet, but we're looking to if we can end the game. I don't think we end it on this push, but we might. I just muck up that Tibbers completely. And I will survive with the Zhonya there. Twisted Fate ulti's coming through. Old Yone are going aggressive. Will survive with killing a Gnar. Alistar probably going to end up dead, but that's fine. Tibbers going to go down, but did a decent job tanking what I needed him to. And I will say, stay till the end, by the way, for a bit of a surprise. Meanwhile, Kai'Sa used her invisibility quite effectively there. Annie, me, even going aggressive. Seeing if I can get the Twisted Fate. I will trade with the Twisted Fate. Tristana do some jumpy jumps. And that will probably be the end of that push. But I will show the damage graph, by the way, at the end of the game. Which I was actually pleasantly surprised with myself. Because this game, let's be honest, it looks like, oh, Kai'Sa's just purely carrying. We'll see what the damage charts say. Meanwhile, Swain does get the kill on Kai'Sa. Tristana cleans a little bit and does get a shutdown herself. No, Swain got the shutdown, sorry, not the Trist. And Yone, I think, will just survive. So 16-5 Kai'Sa. High, obviously, kills. High farm because her playstyle was just staying bot lane a lot. But as I mentioned, that might be the Kai'Sa's playstyle. Would I call it an okay playstyle? Not really, because I think a good playstyle is adapting to the game you're in. If your playstyle is, I'm staying bot lane until I get 3 items, no matter what, that's not great. You need to be flexible. And a couple times in this game, if my bot lane did move with the enemy bot lane, it could be vastly different early game, obviously. Anyway, surviving with then that death cap. We are level 16 now, obviously, as also, but we are pretty scary as Annie, I'd say, for a lot of the enemy team. I'm scary right now for the Twisted Fate. I'm scary for the Trist if she doesn't exhaust me. I'm probably scary for the Swain. I am level 16 Annie that can one-shot things. So I'm even 2 levels above the Gnar. 2 levels above the Nocturne. So enemy team cannot ignore me right now at all. So I'm just kind of chilling in a bush. Kind of expected that they don't have vision of me. And by the way, a one-shot on Swain, still a good one-shot. So there you go. He's dead. Swain is a teamfight monster. He really is. So yes, it's a support. But even getting rid of that is good. Kai'Sa going aggressive. Just, yeah, stealths away. Because remember, Kai'Sa's got stealth for some reason. Yone comes in with a dead Twisted Fate who just doesn't have carry potential anymore in this game. Rek'Sai chasing down the Nocturne. Nocturne doing a bit of a turn. Rek'Sai ultimate coming through. Alistair getting a kill. And then Gnar might end up surviving. Kai'Sa did go down, obviously. No, he's dead. We do ace them. We're going to get the dragon. Yone went back on it after snapping back with his E. And then that might be now the game. I think we just decide to go walk into the enemy comp. You can see people are pinging Baron. Kai'Sa's pinging Baron. Tristana's pinging Baron. But it's like, we could probably just maybe go end. Especially that Yone just teleported into the enemy base. So after I would call it a pretty stressful day of solo queue, that we were up, we were down, we were 99 LP, then we lost the game. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do end up winning the game. Even though it wasn't even a great game for me, we played, I guess, okay. We do end up winning. And if I also just show the damage done. So there is the damage done, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, Kai'Sa does do the most damage. She has 17 kills. I've got 9, and I'm only 5,000 damage behind. So we do the second most damage in the game. My lane opponent, Twisted Fate, I did 8,000 more damage than him. So even though it didn't look like a great Annie game, we were consistently doing a decent amount of damage in these fights. These double tibbers, the one shot on Swain, that damage adds up. So we were actually quite useful. And obviously, good shout out to Shmeon, the viewer, who on Yone completely outperformed the Gnar. The Gnar just felt a little bit lost this game completely, if I'm honest. But and also, again, yes, the Kai'Sa didn't have that early playstyle to help us, but she did hyperscale into late game, and you can also see the Tristana was doing really well in the early game. Tristana's damage fell off because she kept getting kills in teamfight, or getting killed in teamfight. She didn't do any damage. This Tristana, what, in the last 5-10 minutes, I would say this Tristana didn't really do that much because she just died either to Kai'Sa or whatever in teamfights, and Kai'Sa just took over. So overall, you can see in the top left, promoted to Diamond 3, so we did do the goal of the day. That yes, it was a stressful way of getting there, even being on 99 LP, but we did it. So we made it up to Diamond 3, so the content upcoming after this one, yes, we'll be starting now in Diamond 3, which, if you're wondering on percentage, I am currently in the top 0.9% of EU West, so less than 1% now. When you're in, like, low Diamond 4, when I started playing on this account again, like, a week ago, you're about the top 1.5 to 2%, so now we're within the top 1%. We're 0.9, so that's pretty good. Anyway, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy this game and you're happy that we got promoted, throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.